hold it against you. If you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be, yeah. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling the groove? Oh, baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, baby. Won't you love me? Oh, but kinda new way. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Love me like yesterday. Yesterday.
Take
stop. Rethink what went wrong. Stop. Where there's sunshine, there is rain. Where there are faces, there is pain. Lift the sky, go further, push to the edge. We know.
Okay, and welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Tech Hano. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and it's fantastic to see you live here on the Monday afternoon. First and foremost, let's start to say hi to some people, or at least Rudy at this moment, because Rudy from Belgium, he's saying good evening, and of course. I was also a bit chatting before the show, and I said if everything is fine, and he says, well, I can't complain considering what's going on. And that's exactly what the show is actually a little bit about today, because we're talking about, again, what you can do to bring things live so that people can still enjoy a little bit themselves, and to give the information towards your clients, or to your fans, or whatever you want to call them. And that's what we're going to talk about today. This isn't going to be a very short video. This is something that I just thought about just like a few seconds ago, to say, oh, maybe I should do this, because this is a more newsworthy at this moment. So that's the reason why I'm going to continue the discussion that we had last week about going live on events. Let's start. Once again, welcome to the show. Welcome to Tech Hano. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and we are, of course, we're live. We're live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central European Time, 7 p.m. if you live in the UK, 2 p.m. if you live on the east coast of the US, 11 a.m. if you live on the west coast of the US. If you live in New Zealand, yes, then it should be roughly about, and now I'm doing this on top of my head, 6 a.m. So that's early morning, and 8 a.m. early morning, and 6 a.m. if you live on the eastern side of the Australia. So that's a little bit the idea about this time. So I try to make it so that also you guys over there on the other side of the world can actually be here live, even though it's very early to say the least. And I saw Rudy, of course, before the show started officially, just bring it on one more time. But also I see my dad is also in the house. He says, hey, Geert, because Geert is family. And yeah, it's in Dutch, but I'm going to translate it anyway. Come on. We're all healthy. Sky is about 13 yesterday, so that's really cool. And this a bit difficulty says to be all at home at once, but he'll manage. I think that's basically that's what it is all about. Anywho, welcome everyone. So first and foremost, let's just talk about why this episode, because I wanted to talk to you about something totally different, but I changed it like literally 20 minutes ago. I was talking to my dad. He said, you have to talk about what you've done, what you did last Sunday. And it's like, yeah, maybe I should, because it's important. So what did I do last Sunday? Last Sunday, like every Sunday, there is a service, of course, from the local church here in Venray. And like I think everywhere in the world, people are in lockdown. You're not allowed to congregate, as they say in English, during this pandemic that we're currently in. And that's unfortunate, especially if you are religious or you want to have some comfort during these awkward times. And that is the reason why I was like, yeah, I have been working for the local radio and TV station for 25 plus years. So I would say I'm ingrained if it comes to the local community, and I wanted to bring something to them. And even though it costs money, in this particular idea, it's like, okay, even though it's costing money, I'm just giving that away as a possibility. So both giving it away, like I'm paying for the data plans, but also the possibility to bring that service live. Now, last week we talked very thoroughly about this product right here, the LiveView Solo. In all fairness, I did not use the LiveView Solo on Sunday, so that is a little bit different. However, everything that I'm going to say to you is also possible with the LiveView Solo, being that your infrastructure needs to be slightly different. And we're going to explain that a little bit to you, just so that you know, because the LiveView Solo is different than LiveView products in general. And it has everything to do with the infrastructure that is behind it. But that's a little bit technical, but it's important to notice that even though the LiveView Solo is far cheaper, it's much more cheaper than the LiveView, the other products of LiveView. It is still a possibility for you, but we're going to talk about that. Don't worry about it. So yes. So what did I do? So first and foremost, I had a LiveView 200, which is basically the same form factor as this one. It actually, if I would take this one and hold it next to the LU200, you would say there is no difference, Petra. Well, basically that's true because they are physically exactly the same box. It's just the software that LiveView had put on it. See, this is the LiveView Solo, and the name already suggests that it's for solo or one use, which means that only one person, one camera can be used at a time. And it's actually also aimed towards online creators like you, me, this space. And anyway, LiveView products in general are more for broadcasters, like the local TV station, like the CNN's, the BBC's, the NOS here in the Netherlands, the VRT or 1 or whatever it's called in Belgium these days. I lost track. So they are really something that it's that those are more for the professional use. And the reason why they're more for aimed to professional is that you need to have an infrastructure in place here in your studio. Now, I do have one that's in play. That's that orange box right here. Let me show that very quickly by removing this. There you go. That orange box right there. That is the server that I use here in the studio to bring in multitude of LiveView units, and they're all synchronized in one go to bring into my production. That is how they do it with broadcasters, but you do need to spend more money for that. Now, that's my company, so that's something else. For Techano, I still use the LU Solo because I'm only one person, so it's perfect for me. Now, what you need for this is still you need to have a server if you want to bring it on TV. But if you only want to go live on Facebook or YouTube, you don't need a server with this product. The server is in the cloud. It comes with this product if you buy it, at least for the first year. After that, the first year you need to pay for it, or at least that was 2 years back. I think that there are still possibilities to buy a bundle at this moment in time. And that will allow you to go live without any additional gear apart from your camera to Facebook, YouTube, and even to restreams. So you can go to multitude of systems at once. If you want to go to the television or you want to bring it into a bigger production, so you want to have these kind of lower thirds and you want to make it more nice to watch, then you want to have a computer, like maybe a Windows computer like that one right there. That computer you can use, you can put on Nginx. it's a free it's a free tool. You don't have to pay for it, and Nginx you can use for an RTMP server, and an RTMP how do you call it? Oh yeah, in ingest point. That's what I was trying to figure out. So an RTMP ingest point. That is what you can do. And that's a free software. So the only thing that you need is a good computer with good Windows or Linux on top of it with Nginx freeware. Then you can also use freeware if you want to, if it's only there. And you can use, for instance, OBS. I personally do not like OBS that much, to be honest, but it is one of the tools that you can actually pick that signal up, that RTMP signal, and use it and make it more interesting. So that is a free way of doing that, and that's actually what we did prior to today, last Sunday, to bring in video. So that's still possible. We're gonna talk about how we do that at a later show for sure. Now that everything is going this way, it's important. But what I did now is actually a little bit more easy. I mean, I do have that server here. Why should I make it more difficult than it actually needs to be? So what I did the other day is that I actually created a quick video. I also put it on my YouTube account. On my Facebook account, so you can see it if you would like. But without further ado, let's go into this shot and let's show it. So here is where you can bring in the field units. I use the LU200. I click on that. Oh, so if I click on that, I will then go to, wait for it, there you go, to the vMix, and then that's where you can actually see the signal coming in from LiveView. I have up to 4 signals available. With LiveView Solo, you only have 1, and that is the weight, the weight pattern for the church. Then that goes into a vMix call. Then this is at the station, on the computer at the station via the TeamViewer, and that is where my camera comes into play. Then that's the preview window, the program window that you could see, and I'm also playing radio sound at this moment even, and that is a sound that is coming from my computer, and that is the end result. That is what's going towards the TV, the scaler at the TV station. And in order to change the channel on the scaler, I have an additional remote session that is right here. And the only thing that I have to do here is I have to press number 3, not 1, because 1 is text TV, but 3 is the one that I use bring in to switch over the video on at the station, right? So that is the way that I did it. If you want to check that out for yourself, that is still possible because it is live. You can, it is on my YouTube account. My YouTube account, my Facebook account, and there you can see it. If you want to see the end result, but before I do that, let's check if there are some questions. No questions. Perfect. No worries. If you want to see the end result, well, then this is the end result right here. And here you also can see that there is, there's one cameraman that is actually on the side because he needs to be able to pan. If that would not be needed, then we could easily just use one camera that was steady and no cameraman at all. And that, especially in this corona time, you might want to have at least the amount of people there just in order to stay safe. So, but this way, a lot of people were able to see it. I mean, 2.9 thousand people that are watching a religious broadcast, which I think is really, really cool, to say the least. So that is what we've done last Sunday. Now let's go back to what I just said. If you would like to do the same thing, but you don't have this money to spend to make it really cool, like I did this way, then check if you can buy a simple computer, a good computer, preferably an i7 processor with a video card, preferably from Nvidia. That will cost you around about 1,500, 1,600, that area. Then you could download Engine X, that's NGINX. Then you need to set the to be an RTMP ingest point. That's for free. Then you can also download OBS, which is also for free. So for 1,500 and a bit of time, you'll have your ingest point. And then this is an additional, unfortunately, 1,000, well, at least less than 1,000 euros to purchase. But you do need to also purchase these modems because they don't come with it. But one modem is about 60, 70 euros, just to give you an idea. So that's about, let's say, an additional 1,500. So for $3,000, you can have a on location, and you can bring it into a TV station. That's 3,000. That's far less than what you can do here. So just an idea. I think it's very important that if you have the possibility to go live and to guy. Hey Kermit. Hey guy. What's going on, man? You wanna be on camera? Come. He doesn't want to. Anyway, I hope that you liked it. This was just an impromptu version. I think it's important again to bring in some cool content. Again, it's also a little bit short, but I promise you I have a lot of plans moving forward for upcoming TechCondo videos. Actually, so that you cannot see what it is, but this is all ideas. So I do have a lot of ideas coming your way, so that will be something that you can look forward to for sure. I'll see you next week. Hopefully that everybody stay safe, stay at home if you can, and be very, very careful. It is not a cold flu. No, it's really serious, guys. Be careful out there. See you around. Bye-bye. Now, where is the... Okay, there you go. Bye.